On first down, Wentz. Flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Gibson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
Shorty. Run. Black. Ram.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Down the man inside, down the man. Dre 15.
Wentz now on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Shorty. Here, sit. Stat. Dre 15.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Dre 15. Ram.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. That's Wallace. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Wallace, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
11. Watch 9. Got it. Got it. Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, yellow lady. We own them. We own 12. Motion. Come on, get set. Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go, D. 12. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Sammy. You don't know no better. Watch the safety.
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. Dancing to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to get him for a loss of 5.
0-2. Easy. Come on, let's go. 12. Motion, pump. 13. Under.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting the football back here. And when you discuss the Eagles this season, it seems like every week we kind of go back and forth. Hey, they're done. They're still alive. They're done.
They're alive.
And that Week 15 win, I don't think many people saw that coming against the Rams in L.A.
I will guarantee many didn't see that coming for a couple of reasons. One, Philadelphia was coming off of a bruising battle that they lost in overtime against Dallas, where Dallas ran, I believe, 90-plus plays against them. That's hard to bounce back from, yet they did it. Also, the Rams were coming off a game where they didn't play really well on the road against Chicago. We all expected them to get back in form at home. So, no, not many people saw that coming at all. Give Philadelphia credit. They've kept themselves alive for a possible playoff spot and a chance to defend their Super Bowl championship.
We're in 5-7. 81.
Wentz now on 1st down. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
5-7. There we go. Back. 280. Run. Here, shift. Please.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. He's able to find Wallace. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Run. Here, sit. Black, come on. Let's put that team on the buck. Lion. Shorty.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Down, man, 5-4. Grade 15. Here, sit. Go. 82.
Here's Wentz to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, partner, league-wide, I think we're set up for a wild month of January. It seems like this season, more than others, we've had a number of teams that you maybe say, hey, they're the Super Bowl favorites. Kind of the Rams early, then it was the Chiefs. Patriots kept winning, and the Saints, and now, heck, maybe even the Texans or the Bears could claim that moniker.
Yeah, it's going to make for a wild month of January. And you just wonder right now, are we missing a team or two that's just a little bit outside the playoff hunt? Could they get hot and be those teams you don't want to play and carry that momentum all the way to the Super Bowl? Yes, I'm looking at the Indianapolis Colts as one of those teams.
Check nine.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Hey, 4 down. Got it.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
36.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
21.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here we go.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Check. Check, Mike, 54. 0-2. 12. Got it. Bullshit. 11. Clear set.
Now Breeze, maybe a free play. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19.
36. Got it.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. Easy. Kill.
On second down, Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. To throw is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with Scott. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, Scott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Scott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Forky, 82, Forky.
Now Scott. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Great 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. 4 down. Touch, 180. Hey, stack. Shorty. Here, shift. Please. Great. Black, come on. Let's get that ball, Black.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Great. Stack. Here, shift. Great 15. Run. Wrap. Hey, other side, solid.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Scott. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Lion. Here, shift. Great.
Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And now running right through it. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rip. 52, great.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Sammy! Good set.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Got it! 36. Easy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Got it! 11. 21. I can't believe they even let you play. 11. 5.
To throw, it's Breeze. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Go. Ram.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
12. 21.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 36, 36. Mike. Bring it. Get set.
Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Get set. 11. 11. Got it. Under. Play set.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Here we go. Hey, four down. Shit. Check nickel.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, boys, go. 21. 12. 20 set.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Hey, left, 28 left. 11. Hey, 2. 21. Okie.
Breeze now. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. A 10th carry for Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Got it.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
82, 82. Liz 5-3, Liz 5-3. Black. Run.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Flushed out right. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Black. Black, come on. 81. Wrap.
Wentz now on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Lefty. 81. That's it. Hey, turn it up. Lion.
Now Wentz. Flush to his right. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Lion. Run. Shorty.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Let's go. It's coming.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11. 21. Got it. Me. Hey, easy. 12. Louis, shot.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
11. Got it. Under. Motion. Hey, motion backfield. Under. Wait, what's that?
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Scott. And an alley to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, 69 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Got three. Three down. 21. Wait a sec.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Alert. 3 down. 12. Hey, check Mike, 27. Check Mike. Where's that? Good track.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And Ginn's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powerful running. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
21. Where's that? Big in. Oh, good set.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Safe. Tight dog. 12.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he's taken down inside the 30. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hey, two. 3 down. On 4. Switch. Got it.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, spinning away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.